Just a disclaimer with this beer review, guys. I am now an employee at the Black Oaks Brewing Company, but still, when I do these reviews, it is totally unbiased, no matter if I work there or not. So I just want to let you guys know that ahead of time in case you know that I do work at the brewery. So, without further ado, let's get into the beer. Beer, 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 beer. Hello everybody, welcome back to me, Mate Brewski, for the Brewski review. And today the beer I have for you is by the Black Oaks Brewing Company, and this is their 10 Bitter Years Imperial IPA, coming in at a whopping 8% alcohol by volume and another whopping 80 IBUs. Very, very big in both alcohol and bitterness. It's an Imperial IPA, what can I say, guys? Looking at the can, it's sort of a forest green, big yellow 10, bluish accenting with 2 axes, and 10 bitter years. Really, really cool can design. The color, I'm not a big fan of this green. Just in general, this green doesn't really work for me. But hey, you know what? You guys do you. But still, I like the axes. I like the offset, the different accent colors as well. Those are really cool. It's just that color of green. I've never liked that color of green. That just is personal preference. So let's crack this open. Haven't had an Imperial IPA in quite a while. And we're going to be pouring into my Black Oak Brewing pint glass, which is really cool. Let's pour it up. Oh, Imperial IPAs, 8%. Fun times to be had. That looks to be like a good amount. Looking at the beer, it's a bit more orange, a bit more coppery colored. Just a touch of an off-white head on there. Not super hazy, sort of like the pale ale amount of haze where you can't see completely through it, but you can see just a little bit. It's a pretty cool thing. I don't mind it when it's not super hazy. But yeah, definitely a much more orangey, coppery color. Pretty nice. Let's have a smell. Big, dank, resiny pine right off the nose. Slightly woodsy, piney, grapefruity. Mango for sure. Citrusy, florally, touch of earthiness. But yeah, very big and hoppy in the aroma, and oh my god, I'm a little nervous. I mean, Imperial IPAs, I do enjoy them, but sometimes that hot bitterness, that hot bite, can sometimes get to me, even though me being a seasoned veteran. But let's jump into it. Let's have a sip. Big and hoppy. Really big and hoppy. Really piney. Nice bit of grapefruit in there as well. That's real. There is a flavor in the beginning, which I need to take another sip to get and focus on. But that hoppiness, that pininess, that super bitteriness is right there in your face. But as far as Imperial IPAs go, pretty damn good so far. It's a very intense bitterness, intense hoppiness, but it's not too much. You know, it's right there in your face, which is great, and that's what you're looking for in an Imperial IPA. It just doesn't sort of leave you with a weird taste in your mouth, which some Imperial IPAs, not all, some of them have that and do that to me at least. But this is just, you know, you're drinking a big, heavy IPA, and I think that's pretty awesome. So, cheers everybody. Let's keep on drinking. Now, the beginning of the taste is sort of where I get some sweeter, mango-y notes, a little bit of orange, some citrus, some lemon, and then it finishes clean with a very big, like, florally, citrusy, piney, pine's definitely the biggest flavor that I'm getting in my face right at the end. So it's a great balance of flavors for sure, but wow. It's big and bold. It's an Imperial IPA, guys. You're not expecting anything less than big, bold hoppiness all in your face. This would definitely be more of a slow sipper beer, of course, but still pretty darn good. Let's read what the can has to say. So, Black Oak Brewing Co. 10 bitter years Imperial IPA, 8% ABV, 80 IBUs. Huge, huge. Description on the back. Know your roots. In celebration of our 10th anniversary, we crafted the first available Imperial IPA in Ontario. After winning multiple awards, we decided to make this strong, distinctive, and extra hoppy beer available year-round. 10 Bitter Years pours a faint burnt orange in color and carries notable soft malty characteristics that are enhanced with zesty citrus and tropical fruit aromas. We double dry hop this unfiltered beer with a variety of top secret North American hops, showcasing the iconic flavor that has made this one of the smoothest and most sought after Imperial IPAs available. Established in 1999 as one of Ontario's original craft breweries, Black Oak Brewing helped revolutionize the craft beer industry. We are proud to say that we've held strong to our traditions and continue to brew top quality, award-winning beer using only the freshest ingredients. Cheers from Ken Woods, President and Assistant Grain Shoveler. It is a medal winner of the OCB, which is really, really cool. On the side, we do have ingredients, and they are water, barley malt, hops, and yeast. And then on the bottom is a package on date. This was packaged on the 17th of August, 2018. So it is under a month old. Extremely, extremely fresh. And just delicious. Now with IPAs and Imperial IPAs, I'm not a huge fan of some of the that burnt orange colored IPAs. I definitely prefer my IPAs much more tropical, but this one's actually suiting my fancy quite well, which is really nice. It's touch malty, but because it's an Imperial IPA and they're chock full of hops, it definitely takes out that maltiness a little bit, which I can definitely get down with. Yeah, that initial mango that I'm getting, which then also sort of, it's like mango-y, caramelly-esque with the maltiness of it. Once it's warmed up a little bit, you hold it in your hand, it warms up, you get different flavors, which is really cool about beer. Yeah, mango-y, caramelly, and then jumps into that citrusy, piney, grapefruity bitterness. It flows pretty damn well. That's one thing I always say. As long as it flows well, I'm a happy camper. That's really cool. Moving over to the website now, blackoakbeer.com. You go over to our beers, and you scroll down a little bit to 10 Bitter Years. And it has the same exact description as it is on the can, which is great, listing the ABVs, IBUs, and style of Imperial IPA. It also lists the awards, which it has won gold in the Ontario Brewing Awards 2010 for the IPA category, bronze in the Canadian Brewing Awards for 2010 for the Imperial IPA category, and gold in the Canadian Brewing Awards 2011 for the Imperial IPA category. Really cool. Really cool. And it's a good beer. It's definitely a really good beer. I do enjoy it. Then again, as I said before, these burnt orange IPAs, Imperial IPAs, definitely aren't my go-to style of IPA. With it being a bit more, just a touch more maltier. But this because of the immense hops it has, definitely makes everything, I guess, flow a bit better for my liking, and definitely makes it a solid treat. But 8%, I mean, if you're not used to IBUs and very bitter beers, you're definitely gonna know what's going on. When that bitterness just punches you in the face. But me, with my palate, because I'm used to the really intense hops from all the IPAs that I've been having over the past year and a bit, couple of years, my taste buds get a little bit more toned to the flavors and to the effects. Not the effects, sorry, but the flavors and all that stuff. So this 80 IBUs isn't kicking me in the ass too hard, and it's definitely hard to tell that it is 8%, going by just taste. But 8%, like, that's a big beer, guys. It might not seem like a lot if you're new to beer or new to the channel or just new to alcohol in general. When you're looking at spirits which are 40, 35, 40, 50% alcohol, 8% seems like a little, but it's a lot. It's a lot of alcohol in a can like this. So like I've been saying, it's definitely a more of a slow sipper. You definitely don't want to take too many of these to your face in one sitting, because it will have you on your ass, both in taste buds because of the intense hops, and also just on your ass because 8%, like I've been saying, that will get you going somewhere pretty darn quick. Then again, I love my big hoppy IPAs, and this definitely delivers. Finally, moving over to Untappd, 10 Bitter Years has been given a 3.81 bottle caps out of 5, and that's out of just under 6,000 ratings. So, wow. A lot of people have had this beer. A lot of people have rated this beer, which is great stuff to see. Even has like a touch creamy of a mouthfeel, just ever so slightly. It's not light on its feet. It's not heavy. It goes down smooth though. You know, it goes down smooth. It has a bit of creaminess to it, and wow, I'm quite pleased with this, actually. I was a little nervous. I had this, I think, a little over a year ago, and it was definitely bigger and bolder, in the sense that my taste buds weren't super accustomed to it. But now that I'm having it a year later, having some more, getting my taste buds accustomed to intense hops and whatnot, it is just, it's a beautiful thing, for damn sure. But with that said, I am on my final sip, so I'm going to down this and get right to my ratings. Cheers on the final sip, guys. That's a big beer. It's a big beer in the sense of alcohol and IBUs, but wow, it goes down so damn smooth. Black Oak, 10 Bitter Years. I know that the 20th anniversary is coming up next year, since you've been open since 99. 20 bitter years? I don't know. I'm excited to see what you guys do for your 20th anniversary. I'm excited to be a part of the 20th anniversary. Holy hell, that's awesome. I guess I got hired at a really great time for that. But yeah, 10 bitter years. Bitter, but man, solid beer, great Imperial IPA. It has a great mixture of slightly malty, intense hops, and it flows really well. Mouthfeel is great. It's crisp, it's creamy, it goes down beautifully. Doesn't sit heavy for it being 8% and 80 IBUs. It is just a solid beer. The Imperial IPA, 10 Bitter Years, gets a solid 8. I was gonna say 8.5 out of 10, but it's really tickling my fancy. Solid 9 out of 10 for me. Truly phenomenal for sure. I'm really happy that I got to enjoy this beer again, and after the last time I had it, which was I think a year, a little over a year, maybe a little under a year, something like that. And seeing as my palate's developed a lot more, I can definitely much more appreciate this style of beer. But yeah, solid 9 out of 10. I think that's it perfectly in my opinion. As for presentation, I mean, you guys have all the things that I look for on a can: ABVs, IBUs, description, ingredients, brewed or bottled on, or best before date on the bottom. It's a little off camber. It's kind of hard to read, but you can still read it quite clearly when you get your eye around the curves of the can. It has everything that I like to see on the can, so that's awesome. I like the design with the axes and the Big Ten and all the accenting colors. The thing that gets me is the color of it, that green. I'm just not a big fan of that style of green, and that's not your fault. That's not anybody's fault. That's just me and my greens, I guess. Website though, looks great. I do want to see, hopefully, some food pairings, or I guess you're saying top secret hops. So I'm not gonna get too much into that, but still I'd like to see malts, hops, yeasts that have been used in the beer. I guess that's just for me to further identify what hops give what flavors. That's just my personal opinion, but still, nice looking website to boot. Overall presentation, just because of that green, because that green's gonna get me. I'm gonna still put it at a solid 9 out of 10 for presentation, just because all the information I'd love to see on a beer can is there. With all that said, guys, if you have any comments, questions, or beers you want to review in the future, you can leave all the information down in the comment box below. If you want to go ahead and like this video or subscribe to me, Maple Brewski, that would be greatly appreciated as well. With all that said, guys, that's going to do it for me, Maple Brewski, and like I always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers.